Hello, so it's been quite a while since I have done a product review. So what I'm going to review this time is the LCM 3, the LCM 3 or Landing Craft Mechanized 3. So this model is by Forces of Valor. So this is the box, Battle Extreme series, and the scale is 1:72 scale model. So I think that's about the box. So this model is mounted in two mounts. This one, so I already removed it, so it will not take time for me to make this video. So this mount goes at the bottom of the box here. So there's these two screw connects into the box, and the single screw connects at the bottom of the LCM. So there's two, one, two, and there's two. It also comes with accessories. There are two soldiers, I believe the rangers, and beach obstacles, and two machine guns. So I believe this model is pretty much accurate by the looks of it. So let's examine the model. So as you can see here at the deck of the boat, you can see, it's like the anti-skid deck. So there is it is textured to, I think, on a diagonal. The texture is very nice. You can even feel it. So the floor is textured so that like the crew will not accidentally slip. And you can also see the fire extinguisher and the boat skipper or the boat operator. So if you can see, there's even a wheel actually, steering wheel, and the gauges here of the boat. So it looks good. And you have the two machine gun mounts, lights. So if you look on the side of the boat, you can see the I-beam here. I believe that is pretty much into scale. So let's just try to put in one soldier to see, so that's pretty much the size of an I-beam, and that's the soldier. By the way, this soldier is by Forces of Valor as well, 1:72 scale. So let's take a look at the inside of the boat. Here you can see two buoys. So it's painted in a very realistic way, white and red. There's two on the other side. And let's examine the deck. So the deck is the inside of the lower deck is very much detailed as well. So as you can see, there are anti-skid strips. This is for like the vehicles, if you load up vehicles or tanks, so that the wheels and tracks can have a grip on the surface so that it will not slide or slip, as well as for the soldiers as well when they disembark or when they load some equipment, so it will help them not to slip. And also it has good details of the hatches as well. See, so these are the hatches. I think the hatches are to access the compartment below this deck, and it's very detailed. I believe it's very detailed. You can see the hatches and you can see the bolts actually. See the bolts here and on the other sides. And if you look at the ladder, you know, this axis ladder, it's pretty much detailed as well actually. Hold on. It's pretty much detailed. If you put a, you know, like maybe a soldier there, you know, but no. See. And let's examine the bottom. So there are two propellers and two rudders. So one of the features of this one is the ramp can be opened and closed. So you can put the ramp down. Hold on. So this piece here has to be attached here actually. Excuse me. So if you have a if you take a look at the internet and if you see some video, some photos, so the ramp from the outside looks like this. Sorry. So one of the very good features in Forces of Valor is that there are many parts of its model that are articulated so that you can move, you can play around, you can rotate. So the ramp goes down and goes up as well. It doesn't. Let me fix it. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, there are two holes there. Try to match it with this here. So I think, oh, there you go. I think, okay, now so it looks like this. Sorry about the first try. So this is the model now. So it does look good. So let's try to this particular model. The LCM has evolved all throughout the world. There are different models of LCM. I think from LCM 1 up to LCM 3. This is LCM 3. LCM 3 and LCM 8 can accommodate a medium tank, for example a Sherman tank. Other models have lower capacity, maybe 15 or 26 tons. This one has, I think, 54 tons. So if the capacity is 15 or 26 tons, it cannot, the Sherman cannot be loaded on those LCMs. Probably a lighter tank like that of a Stewart tank. So I have a Sherman tank by Easy model. So let's see if it fits inside the LCM3. Try to fit it. Well, it does fit. It does fit. So that means I believe this LCM3 is very accurate, very detailed, as well as this tank from Easy model is very accurate in terms of the scale. So this, as I've shown you before, this comes with 2 machine guns. So there are 2 machine gun mounts. There's 2 machine gun here. So let's remove this. Let's remove this. 2 machine guns. So this is the machine guns now. Looks very good actually. See, there's the, I think, an armor plating. It's just to protect the gunner. So let's fix it. There's a pin here, a pin. You can fix it on the mount. Fits perfectly. So I believe these are 50 caliber machine guns. By the looks of it, it's quite long, it's quite big. So the 50 caliber machine gun offers fire support for the troops during landing, or even before landing. They can fire back at the enemy at machine gun positions. So let's take a look at the other accessories. These two soldiers are pretty much standard actually. I have these two soldiers from my other models, and there are two barrels, and there are two obstacles. I think it's made of like metal beams welded together to have this shape. So this obstacles is very common. If you have seen the movie Saving Private Ryan, they have this all over the beach. This is to funnel the troops. They put this on the beach so that the troops will not be able to go directly into the beach. Instead, they will go into a location, into a position where they are in line of the machine gun, the German machine gun positions and artillery positions. That's why during landing there are engineers along with the landing party to remove this, to put charges and explosives. Once this is removed, then the tanks can go into the beach. So one thing about this model is that I wish that they released they release a weathered version. But then I realized I bought another model by Forces of Valor, and I found out that it is the weathered version. So for 1:72 scale, they do release a weathered version. I think not all, but this one, they have a weathered version for this one. And I believe the M25 tank transporter, they have also a weathered version for that one. So I will just let you see the weathered version. The packaging is quite it's also different actually. So this is the box. The other box has has an extension. This extension, so you can mount it on the wall. See, you can hook it on the wall, but this one does not have. As you can see, you see the rusty look is very realistic, because you're at sea. Basically the salt will corrode your steel, so it's understandable that you will get rust. So I'm very happy with this model, because if I am planning to make a diorama, and the tanks can fit in actually. See, and the Jeep, of course, the Jeep can fit in as well. So I believe that is all, folks, for this particular model. I like this model a lot. There are not so many brands producing this finished model of LCM3. The Dragon Armor, they have an LCM3 model. Actually, it's a diorama. the LCM is landing the beach. And the good thing about that model is that they have gunners for these two machine guns. Unfortunately, Forces of Valor doesn't have that. I hope if they will release something, they will have some two gunners there. That would really look so slick and very nice. So I think sorry, that would be all for this model. So if you like this model, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that when I upload future videos you will be notified. If you have some comments or questions, please write down your comments. I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. And that will be all. Thank you for watching.